Hi, it's Sunday the 8th of November 2020. It's the day of alchemy. So here we are, and we're on yellow electric seed. Yellow seed is the fourth Mayan sign, and in the Mayan terms it's called Khan. The planet is Jupiter. And as it's the fourth Mayan sign, it's the structure of the seed, the human being that is holding the star seed, the spirit, and how to master unveiling that seed. So we come in, we have a human experience in our DNA, in our ancestral line. And then we start to become an expert on it if we are choosing to do the inner work and the alchemy and to be an alchemist. We are in a marriage of our spirit and our human body. The human body is the chalice. And so in order for that marriage to bloom and be a work in progress of balance, then this is key for us to understand this. So day 3 of every wave spell is about looking at what happened in the first instance, day 1, the magnetic. What is our attractor template? What conscious intent have we put out there? And what is the reality of where we actually are on our path that's going to bring us the next step? So remember, the universe brings us what we need, not what we want. This is the maturation process of human beings. Day 2, we get the new learning, and then we can marry the two together. So in the instance of healing, we can look at what triggered us yesterday that didn't feel good, that was the old shadow story. And today we can really work on that and understand and go deeper. So in other words, where are we on our dream path? The Mayan card today is the dreamer and the dreamed. And so here's a Mayan oracle. Details on there. If you want to get this book, it's an amazing book, amazing set of cards with new language. Qualities: destiny, personal dream, synchronicity, mosaic of meaning, the larger dream. Your personal dream is unfolding. You are the dreamer revealing the dream. Be present, be aware. Remember that you are the ancient sage who carries the wisdom of lifetimes into this moment, and that this dream offers you the opportunity to merge all that you have been and may become. Time and space are folding. Stop and feel the interweaving of threads in the new dream. Be aware of potent dreams, chance meetings, catalytic books, and unusual encounters. As you recognize these threads from the larger dream, an exciting tapestry of meaning and purpose emerges. The dreamer is awakening, destiny is dawning. See how your past has brought you into the present and how the present catapults you into the future. Watch for strong feelings and intuitive knowings, patterns, images, colours, sounds, and sensations. Bring the mythic expression of yourself into the dream of your daily life. Free yourself from the way you normally view the world. You are the dreamer and the dreamed. In the collective dream field, all things are possible and are constantly being created. By choosing to become a conscious dreamer, you are helping to create the new reality of the larger dream, the greater reality unfolding. So exciting card today. In terms of the goddess card, again, I often get the same cards coming up. So we've got Astarte and Ascension. As you descended to earth as a blazing star, allow me to ascend to the heaven you left, strengthened by your power and your wisdom. In terms of the Thoth card, a very fitting card for today, which is sorrow, which is the Three of Swords, and Saturn in Libra. The structure of the shadow, the structure of balance. Traditionally today in the UK, there would have been people all over the country celebrating the Day of Remembrance. So we remember the people who gave their lives in wars in the past. But because of the current lockdown restrictions in the UK, people are not allowed to do that. And some people have still gone ahead and done that. And the historic sovereign representation has still taken place with the Queen and family members in London. But it's not the same as it was last year. Traditionally, this day should be 11/11. So this is included, of course, in this wave spell. So it's only the 8th today. They pick the Sunday because it's the nearest Sunday. So very different energy today in the country. And I don't know what's happening in the rest of the world, but it's just noticing that. So in terms of this card, again, I'll put links on because Eli goes into a lot more depth. This powerful card is about the sorrow of the mother and the great mother as well. So on many levels, in many different ways. Our thoughts of sorrow, our sadness, our loss of so many sons, so many fathers, so many brothers, our loss of so many sisters, so many mothers. And again, a lot of the time, we don't recognize the feminine in the same way as the masculine. And historically in the UK, women weren't allowed to be on the front line in terms of soldiers, for example, but they were on the front line in terms of nurses and sorting the people out who'd been damaged on the front line. So again, if we go into history and we look at the dream, the conscious dream that we're in, and we look at our personal dream. So where are we in terms of our ancestral storyline right now? Where are we in the next level of embodiment? If you are 52 or over, you've done all your code in terms of the Mayan 4 times 13-year cycles. So if, whether this is your wave spell or not, as in white wind, so in order for it to be one of your 13-year cycles, you would have to be either a red earth, a white wind, a blue hand, or a yellow human. In terms of if this is your 13-year cycle, so it is for me, which I already said on day 1. And so this was, for me, beginning in 1996. I became a mum in 1995. So today, I'm on day 3, which is 1998 for me, and it would have been yellow electric human year for me. This is how you can use this wave spell, 260-day cycle, to completely map your codes and understand what you're working with every day. And the synchronicities today have been amazing for me. I've just been tracking code for the next cycle coming up, and my daughter, she was born this year in my cycle, 1998. And so she's been in touch with me today. And so the next cycle is going to be in her sun energy, which is Sagittarius. And so I'm going to be doing a lot more depth on that next cycle to assist people in their shadow process and understanding their story. And as I was looking at key code So, for example, it was new moon energy coming up, and for Sagittarius, and it's at 1616, and just as I was looking at that, it was 1616. So again, it is just recognizing these codes and becoming aware of how to use them, what they mean. We're in this massive game plan now, and as a conscious dreamer, we can really start to work with it. So back in 1995, I became a mum, and everything that's happening on the planet today in terms of the virus, the vaccines, the health model, I got initiated into this hugely in becoming a mum with my own children. And so by the time my daughter was born, my second child, I was already immersed in how I and my children were supposed to be processed in terms of the health model running in the UK back then. And it was hugely shocking for me to discover information. As always, I had the right people show up at the right time, Professor of Immunology no less, that I was working with at that time, and all the information that I needed, as it always is, showed up for me to do this process. So this is what I offer you. This journey that we're at is hugely challenging for human beings right now, because the tides are turning. It's the tipping point. It's time for us to become very conscious dreamers by becoming very, very aware and mastering our own process and our own patterns right now. So that's the key, is becoming an expert on yourself. And generally speaking, we have been conditioned to believe everything's outside of us. And that's where the action is, that's where the importance is. That's how we change things. But as an alchemist, remembering who we really are and why we came here at this time, the focus is on the inside. The focus is on how we heal ourselves and learn new information so that we can access a different way of living, so that we can begin a new structure by doing that process ourselves. So often when we get sick, when we have something happen to us, we can see it as an opportunity to learn something and really work on feeling the fear and letting it go, and seeing how we are not our ancestors. We are here to begin a new chapter with our ancestral pattern and our ancestral DNA. We are here to get clear in order to birth, literally, the new earth through each one of us. So I'm just going to read you the Leo waning moon. So remember, waning moon is all about letting go time. The more that we can get in sync and create a model of health around just being us, eating healthy food, having a healthy lifestyle, simple things, then we don't need all these other support systems that are unhealthy for us. So we've got Leo at 18 degrees, a rose bush, many buds but no flowers, remaining inside while feeling urgently outwardly cold. You stay put and hold steady in the face of immense pressures and demands. The greater the onslaught, the more adamant the determination to stick to your own lights. Knowing inside that you cannot spread around what you bear, for you are seeking to regenerate the earth, and every social sphere speaks a different language from the earth's inner core. It's not possible to tune out what lives within. You must abide with fierce integrity in the centre of things and never stop no matter what. For you are giving a legacy to the future, and it has nothing to do with momentary events and trends. You are working for what lasts, and everything else seems dim, peripheral, and purely customary. So, to use the gladiator phrase, what we do in life literally does echo in eternity. And so each day, as we work with this process, remember we're looking to make a shift to align with natural health, natural cycles. We're looking to stop doing things that no longer serve us, that bring us out of alignment with health and empowerment. So this whole 13-day process is key at this time, and focusing on the emotional body is the key to set us free. It doesn't matter what we know intellectually, it matters how we take action, how we live, how we contribute to this dream that's being dreamed, how we change our behaviour, how we come into love and acceptance, how we feel our sorrow and let it go, and let go of being stuck in the past. We're still running all the models from the wars. We still have belief systems around these models, and many people believing that war creates peace. This is an impossibility. Once we understand that, once we understand how it is what it is, we are what we are, we cannot use manipulation, we cannot make ourselves be something that we're not, then that creates a massive shift on the planet. And the more people that start to live this reality and know that we are enough, we are amazing beings, and we're here at this time to create magic and alchemy through our own personal process. Lots of love to you today. If you'd like to know more about how to work with your conscious codes at this time, to come into peace and harmony more and more, then please get in touch. I offer a free consultation and we can have a chat. My website is flowwithjo.com. See you tomorrow.